On the 22nd of December 2021, Cassper Nyovest had his first ever official boxing fight with the YouTuber Slik Talk, who had previously slandered his name on the internet by saying that he makes terrible music and produces terrible products.
The problem about Cassper is he has a history of delivering bad product. And he never improves. He drops trash music. The merch is garbage. The bride show is garbage. And another thing he dropped, the Biliado whiskey. Apparently people say it tastes like piss.
After only just 6 minutes into the fight, Cassper Nyovest called off the match due to him seeing how much Slik Talk was an easy target for him who didn't know anything about boxing and barely even could defend himself. Despite Cassper Nyovest winning the fight by knockout, his celebration wouldn't last long as another artist by the name of NaakMusiq walked into the ring and challenged him into a fight.
I want to say it here in front of everyone. On the 8th of April, I'm setting a date even. On the 8th of April, I want to fight Cassper at the Super Bowl in Sun City. It's going to be the whole fucking weekend. 8th of April, let's everyone get to Sun City. Book your shit now. 8th of April, we're fighting at the Super Bowl, me and Cassper. Let's do it. Everyone, tweet about this shit now!
Even though NaakMusiq didn't know anything about boxing at the time and has never boxed a day in his life, he was more than determined to make this fight happen. After all, he's fit, has muscles, and most definitely has the power punch hard enough to knock out Cassper Nyovest. A few months before the fight happened, NaakMusiq was trained by the professional boxer Xolisani Ndongeni, aka Nomeva the Wasp, who has a 3 out of 5 star rating under the super lightweight division. He had won 31 fights with a total of 219 rounds at the time of recording this video, along with 18 knockouts and a career that spans over 10 years. After training NaakMusiq, he stated, "Training NaakMusiq was exciting. He just started boxing now. It was a bit challenging for both of us, but an exciting challenge. I love that NaakMusiq is teachable, always eager to learn. He's naturally fit, he does a lot of weightlifting, and the transition to boxing was a bit challenging because boxing requires flexibility. We had a lot of fun training and most importantly, he wants to win. I like winning and therefore training him has been incredible," which leaves us with a lot of difference when compared to Cassper Nyovest's boxing trainer. Despite having a boxing career that barely scratches a decade, Sikho Nqothole already held the WBO Global Junior Bantamweight Championship and has a 3.5 star rating under the Superflight division, along with 11 knockouts and 18 wins. Having been taught how to fight by a professional boxer, Cassper Nyovest was so confident that he was going to win the fight against NaakMusiq, even going out and saying, "Definitely going to knock NaakMusiq out." He also expressed his excitement to be fighting NaakMusiq by saying, "I'm excited about this fight. I know that NaakMusiq will bring his A game. We are both very strong-willed people and this will definitely be one for the books. I just know that the title is mine." While Cassper Nyovest was sharing his training sessions on the internet, NaakMusiq on the other hand remained radio silent on all of his social platforms. On the 13th of April 2022, on a press conference for their fight, NaakMusiq revealed that he has been secretive about his training process for a reason. Cassper Nyovest is comfortable, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for quite some time, so we figured it was a great thing. Let us work behind the scenes, create a monster and reveal it on the fight of the night. On the very same conference, when Cassper Nyovest was asked why he started participating in boxing in the first place, he said, "I feel like boxing in SA was dead. We had world champions in our country who people don't know about. I felt like if I put my name on it, it will help everybody." And fast forward to just 3 days before the fight, Cassper tweeted, "This, the most important punch in boxing. I could beat this nigga with just a jab, 3 days to go." This also prompted NaakMusiq to post one of his training videos on Instagram.
Yes, yes. Good. Nice one, that's it.
Even though the vast majority of people had faith that NaakMusiq was going to win, the video of himself training caused a lot of people to reconsider their expectations. Cassper is winning this, lol. Somebody just said he's modeling. Damn, I had high hopes for you, my son. This one is not make sure. I have seen enough, I know where to put my money now. As if the trolling was not enough, NaakMusiq posted another video where he was doing nothing but staring at the camera, which was followed by a funny tweet from DJ Switch saying, "LOL NaakMusiq, bro, are you modeling or acting for a role? Which one is it? You're not even sweating, my man." With Cassper Nyovest responding, "He thinks his generation's here, acting like this a movie role. Hit that bag until you have nothing left inside of you." And Black Coffee also said, "I love you guys both, NaakMusiq and Cassper Nyovest. My money is on Cassper Nyovest on this one. May the best man win." On April 9, 2022, at exactly 9 PM, the fight began, with many famous faces in attendance. 5 seconds after the introduction, one side of the crowd started to chant Mufasa, which is one of Cassper Nyovest's nicknames.
This is NaakMusiq. He shouts early of this man's name, Mufasa. but he also had some boos when he was being introduced. This is his family, of course.
On the other side of the crowd, the chanting was however in favor of NaakMusiq.
Now the chants are NaakMusiq, NaakMusiq.
In the first round, both fighters were highly energetic, with Cassper Nyovest landing multiple shots on NaakMusiq almost immediately after the bell rang.
Big closing. A big right hand lands. NaakMusiq holds, but his hand.
Despite Cassper Nyovest earning points by attacking, the one big mistake that he did was to use most of his energy throwing fast and powerful shots in the first round. As a result, during the second round he was already tired, therefore allowing NaakMusiq to have the upper hand. But however, whenever NaakMusiq would attack, Cassper Nyovest would hold him.
Well, I'll tell you what, NaakMusiq needs to...
NaakMusiq is the one with the jab. And now he goes to the body. Nyovest is holding.
From the third round to the fourth round, Cassper Nyovest's energy was restoring little by little, but NaakMusiq was delivering devastating power shots that sent Cassper Nyovest's energy back to insufficient. Moving on to the fifth and final round, NaakMusiq was extremely exhausted that he almost couldn't even block any further punches, which gave Cassper Nyovest an opening window to deliver a perfect punch that was heard all around the arena.
Oh, big right hand, Cassper. But NaakMusiq is not shaken. And the left hook. And then a hook from Cassper again.
After the fight ended, the judges scored Cassper Nyovest the least points, thus allowing NaakMusiq to win the fight by majority decision. Furthermore, both artists assured the audience that they wouldn't hesitate to fight each other again if the opportunity presented itself. Backstage, NaakMusiq reflected on the fight by saying, "I recognized that he was holding me a lot and that clicked in my mind that there's an advantage here. I still had a lot of strength and I think he picked it up. It drains you when someone holds you in a boxing match. Every time they let go, I have to reset and start all over again. I think that's what the tactic was, but I managed to find my strength. I'm not a boxer, I'm far from perfect in boxing. A lot of the things that happened at sparring, I was taking a lot of punches from professional boxers. They taught me a lot about keeping my guard up, but what we discovered from that, from my inexperience, was that I'm strong enough to take punches. So should I take any punches in a match, we knew that I'll stay steady."
So you could tell, like after the second round, Cassper was tired, dog. He just kept hugging the
hugs,
nigga.
yeah.
That's all he was doing,
The
bro.
hugs.
Mr.
The
Huggies.
hugs, yeah.
Huggies, for shit.
Despite NaakMusiq winning the fight in the eyes of the judge, some people thought otherwise.
Real quick, do you think Naak won that first fight?
Nah, I don't.
I don't think he won. As a boxing fan, Naak didn't win that fight.
And
respectfully,
that's
to Naak,
love. Respectfully, you know, love to Naak, to Anga. That's my guy. But like,
he didn't win that fight.
No, he didn't win that fight. You know,
Cass
and I think
won that fight.
that's why Cass was also. Even off, he's like, nah, I never lost. And I know people were like, dog, like, you know.
And of course, people were happy to see him get a losing verdict, but he didn't lose that fight.
Of course, nah, he didn't.
He didn't lose that fight.
On the other hand, Cassper Nyovest was catching smoke on Twitter when he refused to go to NaakMusiq's podcast after promising to go if he loses the fight against NaakMusiq. "If I lose the fight with Naak, I'll go to NaakMusiq's podcast. If I beat Naak though, I'll never go on that show." Cassper also wanted a rematch with NaakMusiq, but he declined it.
NaakMusiq since ba utswa le bantana go Sun City basile amona Naak mfethu, we have to finish what we started. I know my punch is too much, it will be quick this time, be fast, 30 seconds I finish what I have to. So that's the fight I really want. Everything else is like, I really want a rematch with NaakMusiq because yeah man, he got away with it, you know, he's the champ, he's got the belt, he's going everywhere with the belt, but he doesn't want to fight. But apparently he says he's never coming back, he's scared. Damn.
And when a fan asked him on Twitter about the rematch, he replied, "I want that fight, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. There are a few people who jumped out earlier, so I'll take them maybe. I'll fight anyone who wants to fight me, who has a following. I just want to put on a show," which is where Cassper's next challenger, Priddy Ugly, came into the picture.
And then he reaches out to me one night and he's like, "Yo man, I'm trying to make this fight happen. I'm trying to make a fight with NaakMusiq happen, but like, you know, it's just not happening, you know? And I'm in a bit of a predicament because we've already secured the venue and the date for the rematch.
Damn.
And I don't have an opponent. And babe, man, this is like a month and a half before me and him actually fought. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, people are kind of saying that maybe like you fight or something. And I'm like, yeah, I do, yeah. And he's like, yo, hey, would you be down to do it? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. He's like, oh shit, okay, cool.
Even though Priddy Ugly was physically fit and muscular, there was only one major problem. In boxing, there's a thing called weight classes, which are categories that fighters fighters are divided into based on their body weight to ensure fair and competitive matches. The separation into groups ensures that a fighter who weighs less doesn't go up against another fighter who weighs nearly twice as much. And in the case of Priddy Ugly, Cassper Nyovest had more body weight than him.
And then we just start speaking. He's like, yo, man, okay, weight. What's your weight? You know, at the time, he was like 100, 107, 110 kgs or whatever. I was like 70, 75. So he's like, what's your weight? I tell him my weight. He's like, damn. He's like, yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm like, yeah, I've always wanted to do the fight, but just thinking about a weight-wise, if we're really speaking about boxing, it could never exist for a reason. It could never happen, you know? And he's like, it's okay. I speak to my team about it. They're like, all right, cool. You know, I'm with my boxing coaches. They weren't about it from the jump. They were just like, bro, there's weight classes for a reason. They told me, they're like, bro, you could be a better fighter. He's like, if you fight a heavyweight and you get hit once, you're gonna fall. Yeah, you're gonna fall. If he hits you in the head directly, and given your history, given your migraine situation, given all of that, we don't want to be pessimists, but like it was really hard for the team to really support it, you know. And
add another problem above the weight difference, Priddy Ugly also had certain medical problems.
So I was seeing the chiropractor because, you know, I have a history of the main reason why I stopped doing soccer. I've had 5 knee operations. You know, I had developed a knee tumor in my left knee, and then shortly after, and that history is online. I think if you Google me, you'll find all of that. What?
Regardless of all the drawbacks, Priddy Ugly eventually accepted the fight, and Cassper Nyovest completely mopped the floor with him in just 2 minutes.
Bending his knees really nicely. You can see a visible size difference between the two. Yeah. Go! Big right hand lands. Cassper with a big shot right there, but Priddy money with it. Now, good work there from, Priddy doing well with the ring generalship, but there's a big shot being unloaded by Nyovest. Oh, just the sheer right hand. Yeah, Priddy's got to keep that left hand up a little bit more. He's swinging a little bit wildly. Oh, big shots being landed there. Well, that's the end of the round. Let's see what the referee's going to say. Well, the referee's called it off. And waves it off. A massive knockout win there for Cassper Nyovest.
First round knockout win. It's exactly what he was looking for.
And just like that, the fight was over and the internet was ready to give their 2 cents. No man, it looks like Buntle is the one who pushed Priddy to challenge Cassper Nyovest. The disappointment in her eyes. Imagine being hit so hard that you land on your ass. When you look up, you spot your wife Buntle taking a video. I really don't think Priddy Ugly went to sleep at their house last night. He definitely went to his mama house in East Rand. It was a Priddy Ugly situation in the boxing ring. After a fight with Cassper Nyovest, Priddy got ugly, with MT's reaction being,
No, ujima, 3 months ago, fella, ujima. 3 months ago, fella, mdad. Nyamvuma mina, nyamvuma iron mic, nyamvuma iron mic, ay. Namsapa futhi, iron mic.
Even though Slik Talk was also previously beaten by Cassper Nyovest, surprisingly, he had something to say.
Priddy Ugly, your boxing skills are as bad as your music, my nigga. Your boxing skills are as bad as your music. That fight was absolutely pathetic. You couldn't even make it past the first round. I thought it was easy. You went to my the fight that I went to. You were there and you were talking about you could do this, you could do that. My bro, you got knocked down in the first punch. The first punch put you down on your ass, my nigga. That's what happened. You got destroyed in front of your wife. You took the L in front of your wife and you didn't even make it past the first round. So at this point, Priddy Ugly, it seems like your music is more trash than Cassper Nyovest's music, because we all know that both of your musics are garbage.
And recently, Cassper Nyovest went to El Tito's podcast and reflected on the fight too.
I was nervous until the fight started. For real? Yeah, because you never know. The thing is, you can't underestimate someone. Okay. I saw some clips where he was punching. I was like, yeah, he might have power. And like after the fight started, he hit me with one in my ribs. And I was like, oh, okay, I need to end this quickly because he does have some sort of power, you know?
I didn't see that. The fight was like...
I felt it.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see it. But then, and he was so confident. That's the other thing, it's scary.
Yeah, before the fight.
You know, East Rand. And I got Mongolian blood. I I started having second thoughts. Angola? That's why
you were not afraid till he said he's from Angola.
You know, but you start getting scared when you hear Bruce saying, I've been fighting my whole life. Like, wait, you've been... I won't lie, I was a bit intimidated. But also by his confidence. I was like, hey, this guy, I don't know. You know? But then once we got in and I started seeing him move around, I was like, I'm going to end this very quickly. But I didn't think it would end that quick.